Well, there have been series of meetings going on since morning in the BJP camp, but let's now first take you through the exclusive information that we are getting as far as Congress's plan of action is concerned. Post results that will come up tomorrow. The first plan that the Congress has come up with, and this will come into action if the Congress in fact manages to get somewhere between 130 to 140 seats tomorrow. In that case, sources have indicated the Congress party will try and expand the UPA, which means try to coax all regional parties, the smaller ones, to join the UPA and form a government. So the UPA is not going to give up on its plan to form a government if it manages around 140 seats. The other plan that is in place, Plan B, and this is the plan that the Congress has high hopes on. In all probability, this will be out to use post May 16th once the results are out. Now, according to sources, the Congress will reach out to these smaller parties, but important parties like the Samajwadi Party, the AIADMK, Jayalalitha's party, Trinamool Congress, as well as the BSP. In fact, in order to stop Narendra Modi from becoming the Prime Minister and a Modi-led NDA taking power at the centre, the Congress will be ready to not have a congressman as a prime ministerial candidate in case they come to power with the help of these other parties. Remember, after expulsion of Malayswamy from the AIADMK, who yesterday had hinted at Narendra Modi and Jayalalitha alliance, sources in the Congress now say that they're heavily banking on this plan, the Plan B that they have in place, which could ensure that Narendra Modi doesn't get to be the Prime Minister. The third plan that the Congress has, and in fact, this is the one that the Congress leaders have been contemplating. If these elections turn out to be Congress's worst performance ever, with the party winning just about 100 to 120 seats as have been projected in many exit polls, then the Congress in that case will be sitting in opposition. Of course, there is little choice for the party there. It will then wholly concentrate on reviving the party in the states where it has lost miserably over the last few assembly elections, especially where elections are going to happen in near future. It's going to then look within and try and revive the party. So these are the three big plans that the Congress party has come up with, three options that they're going to look at post tomorrow's results. Let me quickly go across to headlines today's Ashar Khan, who's now joining us. Ashar, there has been a lot of talk about how the BJP will go about their next few moves, but you are now getting to us the blueprint of Congress's plan once the results are out tomorrow, and they're looking at each of these possibilities. Just tell us in detail what exactly is the Congress pinning its hopes on as far as government formation in the centre are concerned.
Well, if what goes according to what has been there in the exit polls, then there is no chance, there is precious little which the Congress party can do. But if on the other hand, they manage to get more seats, that is about 50 to 60 more seats than that have been projected in most of the exit polls, then there are two plans in place. First of all, that the Congress should reach out to other like-minded parties and cobble up a majority, and there should be a Congress Prime Minister, which would be termed as the UPA 3. Or on the other hand, if they see that they've not gotten that much seats, but they've gotten around 130 or so, 120 or so, and they've seen that there are allies who are tilting towards the Congress, then they can have somebody as a non-Congress Prime Minister and support the government, preferably from outside. So these are the 2 to 3 plans which the Congress has as of now, but let's wait and watch what actually happens. But also, behind closed doors, many leaders feel that this time round it will be very difficult for the Congress party to go ahead and be at the centre in any sort of a formation, but still the plans are pretty much there in cases of unforeseen circumstances.
All right, so all these plans are in place at the moment, depending on the numbers that the Congress party gets tomorrow. Ashar, just stay on with me because there's more news that is coming in from the Congress camp. A huge blame game of sorts seems to have broken out within the Congress party just a day ahead of the results. Sources indicating to headlines today that party leaders now feel that there's been a serious lapse in the organizational structure, and that is something that is going to cost the party heavily come 16th of May. Ashar, ahead of the results, we've seen the Congress trying to deflect fire from Rahul Gandhi's way. They're trying to cushion him. But at the same time, there are some voices within the party that are talking about series of lapses as far as the organizational structure is concerned and the entire campaign, the manner in which it was driven by Rahul Gandhi is concerned.
Well, there are two issues here. The first issue is the official reaction from the Congress will always come that in the last 10 years it has been a Manmohan Singh government, and the vote was on the performance of the Manmohan Singh government. So Rahul Gandhi has got nothing to do with it. But on the other hand, as far as the predictions in the exit polls are concerned, there are a sizable number of Congress MPs who feel that if they are losing, they will be losing because not what they have not done, but because there's been lack of coordination within the organization. On the other hand, we've seen that as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, there have been serious lapses as far as the entire structure is concerned, where we see that the General Secretary in charge, Madhusudan Mistry, left midway to contest his elections in Vadodara. But in the meantime, there was no coordination. The local MPs were suggesting that some sort of an alliance should be entered with Apna Dal. Apna Dal, however, finally went to the BJP. They did not get an alliance with the Congress. There was no one to report to. There was zero coordination between the PCC, the AICC and the candidate. So all these things put together will definitely be taken up. And after all, there will be accountability which will be fixed. And as it seems that there is a perceptible anchor which is simmering below the surface within these MPs, and it will be difficult for the Congress also to insulate Rahul Gandhi completely from all this.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how really is the accountability fix in the Congress after the results are out tomorrow. Ashar, I want you to stay with us because there's some more breaking news that we have at this point of time. Well, Rahul Gandhi has now responded to the Election Commission notice on the statement that he had made while addressing a rally in Solan in Himachal Pradesh, in which he had said that close to 22,000 people were killed in various terror attacks when the NDA was in power, which is why he had said that those many people will be killed if the BJP comes to power. In fact, that's the explanation that Rahul Gandhi seems to have given to the Election Commission. I just read that out again. Rahul Gandhi has said that 22,000 people were killed in various terror attacks when the NDA was in power, which is why he had said that those many people will be killed if the BJP comes into power. That's his response to the Election Commission notice issued against him. Let me go back again to Ashar for more on this. Ashar, it was a curious figure that was stated by the Congress Vice President, apart from the fact that it was seen as an inflammatory statement coming at a time when the state was going to polls. Will this explanation actually cut any ice with the poll panel? That's something we'll have to wait and watch.
Well, absolutely, we'll have to wait and watch. As far as the explanation is concerned, what the Congress party has been saying that since the NDA was in power for 6 years, the total number of casualties in terror strikes, terror attacks, all put together, of civilians, of army personnel, was about 22,000. These are the official statistics. Now, he goes on to juxtapose it with the last 10 years of UPA rule, in which the figure was 800. So, Rahul Gandhi claims that his statement that 22,000 people will be killed should not be seen in isolation, but should be seen corresponding to the previous paragraph in which he gave these details. That is the explanation which Rahul Gandhi has given to the Election Commission. Let us not forget, Rahul Gandhi had sought an extension for in the last 4 days to submit his reply. Previously, this reply had to go on Monday. On Monday, he put up an application that he needs some more time. The Commission gave him time till Thursday, 11 a.m. and during the day today, the reply was filed in the Election Commission.
All right, Asha, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us with the very latest from the Congress headquarters, telling us also the latest in the strategies that the Congress leaders have brainstormed on over the last 2 days as they devise ways to explain the party's position and performance come 16th of May. While sources in the Congress have also expressed surprise over Rahul Gandhi's disappearing act from Sonia Gandhi's dinner last night for Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, leaders in fact say that at least his office should have informed the party in advance and had saved the party blushes. In fact, they have also now questioned Rahul Gandhi's offices on the delay in providing this information, which has left many in the party red-faced.